to this episode of For the Culture. I'm your boy Black AP.
Your girl Kimachi Sherez.
Rams.
Basically, we're gonna let you go ahead, just get your introduction.
Young Scholar is one of the, if you listen to me on the radio, I'm your ride partner. You can catch me on your radios every day from 6 to 12, man. I went to Bethune-Cookman University, which is really cool. I didn't graduate, but that's all good.
I hear that a lot. Like, some of the most successful people, like, when they become successful, they always say college dropout.
Yeah, I mean, man, I do got a similar Kanye story too myself, but, college for me was just kind of like finding myself. More than what I didn't learn so much in the classroom, which my mom was probably gonna kill me if she see this. Like, you didn't learn that. But I really learned more so, like, how to kind of like who I am. You know what I'm saying? What I love, and really just how to maneuver on my own and stick and move.
Okay, word. So how did you get your break into the industry?
Really? I literally, just took chances, man, for real. Like,
Like what chances? Like what? You took out a loan? You bought a bunch of equipment?
I took out a loan. I definitely took out a loan, but it was student loans, and I'm still trying to figure out how to pay them back.
Word.
But the chances that I took were more so like, like if I knew this artist would be here this day, or if I knew this radio station would be here that day, like I would go out there. My homeboys would be like, man, you tripping? You always going to wherever the radio station. And like they even just give you a job like that. And I was like, man, if I could just build a relationship with these people and they get comfortable enough around me,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Doors will open up.
Right.
You know what I mean? And eventually that's exactly what happened. They're like, man, I remember this dude. You're applying to? Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy.
You just lit up in there about
Now,
face.
you say opportunities. I had a business guy come into my job because I work in sales, and he said that every 5 people you meet, 5th person gonna be your opportunity. So he said, now think of that. If you meet a lot of people and be on the spots and be on the scenes, and they get familiar with you, guess what? You're gonna open up and keep meeting people to your next opportunity. So I totally understand and agree with that.
Man, people, everybody you meet could be an opportunity. Like, you could be praying for something, and that person could be right there next to you. You just gotta open your mouth, or just kind of, make sure that you take that chance and shoot that shot. You know what I'm saying? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that, put your best foot forward.
Okay, so like other than because as a lot of independent, basically, entrepreneurs come up, it's mostly a financial problem, but what is a problem for you other than like a financial status of making it to the next day until you got onto the radio?
Man, I still got financial problems right now. I think everything financial-wise kind of made me, I like my financial struggle. Like, I embrace the struggle. I think, I just got a book from Damon John, where I actually met him up in Miami. It took a millionaire to give me a book before I actually started reading my first book, which is sad.
The Power of Broke?
The Power of Broke. And it just shows you, you got that hustle, that eye of the tiger, like Rocky. Remember Rocky when he was broke? Then remember Rocky started losing once he started getting comfortable, and he was that dude. And there's a lot of times, you see that in the industry too, but the hunger that you have, you know what I'm saying, you got to channel that, you know what I'm saying? That's when you create your best. And honestly, truthfully, a lot of the best stuff is made in the struggle.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying, I still go through a lot of my struggle. I embrace my struggle. But, it is what it is. One day I don't want to struggle.
Yeah, definitely.
Of course. But, it makes some character, man.
Okay, so what was one of the weirdest things you've ever seen a fan do, or even an artist, like someone trying to get on?
The weirdest things, man. I think one of the weirdest things that an artist trying to get on was I was at school one day. I was picking my son up from school, and somebody gave my son a mixtape to give to me, and I was just kind of like,
they slide in the backpack at least. They do it on non-slide level.
Don't accept any more mixtapes.
Yes, that's kind of
This to your dad.
Was it fire though?
Honestly, I didn't give it the time of day.
Damn.
But and presentation is everything when you giving giving your music to somebody too. You know what I mean? You want to if
you can't just do the rush drop off and be like, hey, get it to him real quick.
Nah, and I'm gonna be real with you, and I think a lot of artists don't realize that too. You know what I mean? Just like when you're applying for a job, like you selling yourself, you selling your music, you selling your brand. And when you go into that job, your presentation is everything. So when you go to the DJ with your music and it's got a CD and it's written on with marker, and it's not copyright, it's not mixing and matching, it's just like you're wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that, I hope nobody watches this and feel like I'm being rude, but this is how we really feel. It's like you gotta be for real with yourself.
You gotta be professional.
Like, man, we getting records from, Drake and straight from the label and stuff, like, and y'all giving us stuff, and it's like, yo, bro, y'all don't support us, yo, you're not supporting yourself. And then on top of that, a lot of these artists want their music played and stuff, and it's like, you gotta realize if we play your music, what the people gonna do? If they don't move, then we look bad. You see what I'm saying? Help us help you, man. Make sure your record is already moving or doing something so that when I play your record,
That people are singing along.
I look like the man. Trust me, like if I look like the man when I'm playing your record, bro, I'm gonna play your record again. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people just want you to do the job for them, or want radio, or want the DJ to do the job and break their music for them when the artists need to break down just they sell it.
I got something to say to that. There was an article in a double XL, I believe, that was talking about the death of the DJ and how the internet is what's breaking people now. What would you say to that? Do you think that the DJ is still a vital part to the artists come up, or that artists can launch themselves as well as another channel to the game?
DJs will never die.
I was about to say the same thing.
Radio will never die. You know what I mean? People always love music. People always go out. People always consume music in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no internet's rocking the clubs. There's no, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, but it is a new era where 2017 and the internet is really like big. Like you got guys like Yachty, who really came up in a different way. You know what I mean? And they didn't really need radio as much, or they didn't need DJs as much, and they didn't need. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I think that it's good for the artists because there's a lot of different ways to grow.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can take this route or that route. Before it was just one route.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you can take, so it's a good thing. But I don't think that DJing would ever die. Never. No, I think that's hip hop. That's a culture. That's what started it.
How do you feel about, I would say, local artists that do have a package deal and then trying to communicate with the local radio stations? Like, because you did pull out a point, is what I have seen is you see a lot of artists who has the talent, but they haven't took the time and to invest into their craft.
Yeah.
But then you do have a good slew of artists that do invest into their craft. What, as you coming in from the radio side, advice as into that artist who does want to connect with the radio station? They do have their copyrights, they have all these things in place. What are the steps? Like realistically, we ain't just walking up to the station like, hey.
I guess the question is, how do you solicit material to a radio station properly?
It is. I'm gonna be honest.
Do I have to have a radio manager? Do I have to have a record label? Do I have to?
Honestly, the way it's so many different ways to get your record on the radio. People think it's like,
Right.
It's like almost like when it comes to like getting a record deal. Like, how do you get a record deal? And it's like, man, the way Chris Brown got his deal completely different from how Big Sean got his.
Right.
Everybody's, the way they get their records on is different. So it's different ways. Whether you go through a label, whether you're signed and it comes down through a label, whether you're hot and you're buzzing in the streets and that DJ is playing your record, or whether you have a good relationship and you know what I'm saying, you know the right people to get your record on.
I think Don Passman, he's like a famous music lawyer, and he says sometimes it's the lawyer who gets you put on. Or it's an associate to an associate of the director at the. So
it's so many different ways. You know what I mean? And some ways, I don't think. I know we don't do any of that type of stuff at the station where I'm at, but there's some stations that you probably pay to get your record. I've seen it happen when people pay money to get their record on the radio, but what I mean, that's not.
They don't mean that unless it got a.
No, not unless you're receiving record royalties.
Yeah.
You really can't pay enough to really. You can't be paying to make the same money back in spends.
Yeah, and once again, like we don't do that, but I've seen other stations and other situations and people that have done it, but of course that's illegal and stuff like that. But it's so many, like I said, there's so many different routes that people take. If it were one route that I would suggest for any artist that really want to get on the radio is to make sure that they have the city behind them. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you have, you come, you know, the same way when you come and you apply, you trying to get a record deal. Like, you want to make sure, like, you know, you setting your terms. Like, I already know I got my city on lock. I already done moved this many units. I already done did this and I did that. You know, they look like the dummy for not signing you. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or not picking up a player. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, our goal is to find the music.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
His goal is to find the music, y'all.
Yeah, our goal is, you know, and I'm not personally a DJ, but like I'm a host and I'm a radio personality, but I still form into that DJ world. Like I'm 100% inside of that DJ world, and we hunt down the new music. Our job is to study what just dropped, what just happened. You know what I mean? Everything from celebrity news to new music. You know, so our job is to find out and keep our ear to the streets and know what's popping, whether it's Whoop, whether it's KT, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, NBA YoungBoy, any young dude coming up in the streets right now. Our job is to find that. So if you're making noise and people are constantly calling us and people are constantly hitting up our social media, they're going to request, they're going to ask for you. It's going to make us inquire about you or that artist.
So the key is investment, looking and being professional. And
having your music registered.
Having it registered and making
a way.
If
it's not even, I'm gonna be honest. If your music not on iTunes, you know what I mean, or Tidal or somewhere for sale, you wasting your time. If you with a legit radio station, because if it's not making no money, like we play records to get, you know what I mean? It's about making money. If it's not making no money, it don't make sense. You see what I'm saying? So exactly. I don't even know why anybody would want to get that song played on the radio and not be getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at some point,
some people just want to be seen though. Some people just like, I want to be heard, and just have
that's a big problem too. Is I meet so many artists, and you know they go around here and just do whatever, and then I'm thinking to myself, okay, when I get them to a studio setting or you get around artists, they really start to see like, wow, you're just out here just moving. You didn't come prepared with things like, for example, you know, a lot of the songs that I perform on, I own the beats. I personally bought the beat out because I understood that, okay, now I can go perform this. But a lot of artists, you know, they don't do that. They don't really understand that, like, when somebody see you did good, and then you start talking to them, they like, you're good, but your package is, you know?
Yeah, and that kind of stuff is literally like, man, if you don't care about yourself, how you expect me to care about it? Why should I invest my time in you and you not even investing in yourself? It's just, and like, I'm gonna be honest with you, we really don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a waste of time. And a lot of people get blacklisted, or a lot of people just get to the point where, you know, sometimes people be like, oh man, you know, these DJs.
You said blacklisted. Explain blacklisted.
Like, you know what blacklisted means?
You know how many times?
No, I'm asking this for the channel.
No, it's just the last thing you want to do is be like, you know, come to somebody with some foolishness so many times to the point where it's just like, I ain't taking nothing else for this dude ever again. Right. And every time you see somebody that look or remind you of that type of person, you treat them in that manner. And that's what kind of happens in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? With DJs and with people in general. You know what I mean? They don't have their stuff together, and it's always. And so when you see the next artist come up, sometimes it's just like, here come another one with the bull stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or just, you know, same way like girls. You know what I'm saying? When you see, like, oh, here he come again, trying to holler at me. You know, and you know guys, and you know that specific type of guy, and you kind of get that mindset of, oh my goodness, what he finna say now. You see what I'm saying? And it's like that when these artists are coming up too. After you, for so many times, you don't accept it. You know, you've got records that, or just gotten stuff from people that just crazy, like, you know, that don't have this stuff together. It's not mixed and mastered. It's not, you know, professionally
because it's
done.
like radio. Another thing too, like radio quality mixed and mastered.
And I think a lot of people don't really understand that either too. I think people just feel like, oh, I recorded it. It sounds good to me. Play it, and it's like
when the radio station get it, it's a whole different, like,
or like when you put it, or when you press play in the club over a real system, it's like, oh man, turn the volume up. It's like, no, bro, the volume is up.
Yeah, you done maxed it out.
What did you record? How did you master this? You know, how did you
evened out? It's not. who it's supposed to be to where when I perform things like that.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, at the end of the day, man, I think, but that's a whole other tutorial about music and independent artists. But I think right now in Orlando, especially, I think in Orlando, there's a good wave of independent artists right now.
All right, who's your favorite Orlando artist at the moment? Your top three.
Top three Orlando artists right now. In jail, out of jail.
We just say top three.
You got a point there.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a big fan of Whoop. I like Whoop. Orlando wise, I love D-Boy. He's a big one for me. I love so many different artists. They're gonna be watching and like, man, what about me? But now, it's so many of them. Like Whoop, D-Boy, Marcellus Javon is a big artist of mine that I really like.
Yeah.
I really like him. He does his thing, man. He really holds it down. Old Town Marco's sick. He crazy with his flow.
I seen him do a show at the Soul Show, and I was impressed.
Very impressed. I think I was there. I think I was there. But
You did host it.
Yeah, it was. He's sick. You know what I'm saying? He's really dope. Mook Boy, I like him, man. He does his thing. like I said, I like a lot of different artists here in Orlando, and it's a good wave of artists that I see like really coming up and really putting out quality music and music that the people can relate to.
That sound good. Yes.
Something that they finally took their time with and just didn't rush it out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Quality product. But so did you hear about the basically the current situation of what was her name for the
Kanisha Jenkins. This is trending right now.
Oh
on
my
Facebook.
God! Talk about you not hear about that. It's a lot, right?
Yeah, so
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
her whole situation where her friends had a party at the hotel, and her mother, my bad, her mother had called the police, tried to do a missing persons file, and then the following day they found her body in the freezer. It's like a lot.
And I mean, a lot of stuff is weird to me with that whole situation. A lot of stuff don't add up. You know what I mean? And it's like, how will we really, really know the truth? And I know we all want to know the truth, but
Now-
and then when I see the footage, it's just
Now,
kinda crazy.
the crazy thing about that, I don't know, because I look at a lot of just different platforms.
Yeah.
Around the same time of all this going on, they just busted a guy.
You talking about the manager of the hotel, the one that got found with like body parts and stuff like that?
Yeah, of the
And-
hotel. They
yeah,
just busted
that's
him
why he's like,
on organ donating.
Yeah, so
giving
they
out illegal
harvesting
selling
the
organs, harvesting organs.
That is crazy.
The same exact hotel.
So now adding all that together, that's why I said I think it's very
You think she was set up or
controversial.
something?
I mean,
Hotel could've snatched her
we
while
talking about
behind
Chicago here.
I mean, is this connected though, or is it
Oh,
just
apparently
like-
it's been happening like all through like Chicago.
All
It's been
through
like
Chicago, yeah.
multiple people missing, usually using minorities that
They
they
actually
didn't
closed down
think
a
people were gonna look
business.
for. So there was like basically the hotel manager, he's got caught with like multiple organs and stuff like that. So that's why they think to where she came up missing, the video footage was kind of messed with, and some people don't know if she was taken by somebody else up in the freezer, or
Lord.
if that hotel manager brought her to the freezer, because a lot of people, it's a whole bunch of kids that's in a hotel room. You know nothing about that kitchen, you know nothing about that freezer. You just
Now,
gonna
two
be
of
like, I
her
know the
friends
whole layout.
worked for the hotel.
For the hotel?
Yeah, two of her
Now
friends.
they
The
just
girl on the
janky all over the
video,
place.
Yeah,
and
I
then
know
her
that.
best friend worked for the hotel. Like they actually was employed there. That's how they was able to get the
price at a
money.
discount.
See, but I heard, like, all
This is
types of
crazy.
stuff, like-
But the only thing that, like, when I seen the footage, she was by herself.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
she was by herself.
walking
That's the
for
one
a
thing I
while by
thought was
herself.
off. It's like, how you gonna
Like,
have
all
a
over
birthday
the place
party and
by
they let
herself.
you go off by yourself like that?
Got drunk.
They think
You
that
know what I'm
they
saying?
Still though, like
think
it's
they
your
get
birthday.
benefits?
Like
Yeah.
the one thing you shouldn't be is by yourself on your birthday. I don't think
Wait, was it-
that's
was
kind
it-
of.
Well, it wasn't her
birthday?
birthday.
It was- I
It was
thought-
I thought
her
it was her
friend's
birthday.
birthday. No, it
Oh,
was
okay.
her friend's birthday.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then so like what I was hearing was over like $200. Her friend was supposed to be with some dude. She's like, hey, my friend's over here. She can pay off that $200, whatever it was. That argument went down. They got the footage on the argument and the whole party going on.
$200 over two. What about $200?
Apparently, her friend borrowed $200 from some dude.
Oh.
The dude was like, hey, can I get my money? After the party that came around, can I get my money or something else? Trying to get his payment.
Yeah.
And then that situation with her going off missing. So there's like multiple ways to where.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a bunch of conspiracy theories that
Yeah,
this
but
dude
with your
walking in
friend,
the
but with your friend going
video,
away,
the time
if you're in an
lapse.
argument and stuff, you're not really gonna pay attention to your friend. You gotta worry about, hey, let me get this person out of my face. Let me get on with a good time. Shit, if I was arguing with somebody and this is over something like small or whatever, you may be like, all right, he got this, let me walk off a little bit.
Right.
And you done trailed off, then you kind of unaccounted for.
Well, they said her friend lured her out. Okay,
So,
okay, the details of the case, because I've been like not following it, but it's
But
just
follow
something in my spirit be like, look at it. I'm
Yeah.
like, So basically it was saying like, the friend the crew that she hang out with, the friend booked the hotel.
Right.
Now, I guess what they're saying, because I met somebody from Chicago, they're saying that her brother had beef with certain people. The whole thing was just to bring her to the party. We just need her at the party.
Wow.
Now everything else is blurred because the friend, who was her best friend, was the one who pulled her out of the hotel room in the first place. So she was like, come with me, girl.
That's crazy.
Let's walk around the hotel. And then from the friend, she's saying that, yeah, I took her outside, I put her outside, and then when I came back, she was gone. And they like, how is that possible? You get what I'm saying? So it's like a whole thing, like, I'm looking at it like, if both of the friends worked at the hotel, we already know this dude affiliated with somebody. I feel like the whole thing was a setup, because they even said that the dudes, a group of dudes came in looking like, oh, we want to help her. We want that one. Y'all cute, but we want her. You kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just wanted to get us on, you know.
Yeah, it sounds like a real mystery, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
Conspiracy story.
And
Yeah.
Scooby in the gang or some shit.
Yeah, somebody gotta call some secret detective and figure this out, man. It's crazy.
Alrighty, well, we are glad that you came around.
Absolutely, I'm
and
glad that you guys
chilled
had me.
with us and
Yeah.
gave us a lot of info. Any last words you want to say to everybody?
Man, last words, man. I appreciate all. I appreciate y'all having me on here for real.
Oh, we appreciate you
Man,
coming.
check me out on Instagram, man. LYS baby. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit me up on Facebook. It's Young Scholar. I would love to come back if y'all with it. I'd love to come back, man. And of course, man, it's a pleasure, man. Make sure y'all check out.
Oh, I got my mixtape right here.
All right, let's do it.
It's for the culture, baby, and we back, man. And we got our lovely co-host, Miss Shiraz Miller. What you want? Tell them what's up with you, man.
Let's see. I am born in Orlando, raised in Sanford native, and yeah, I do a lot of stuff. So I'm always everywhere.
Like what? A lot of
We
stuff like what?
Let's talk about this.
Okay, so no, because it's like, okay, if it's a show in Orlando, most of the time I'm gonna be there because I ain't got shit to do anyway.
And that's why we met her, because it was a show in Atlanta and we found her. And that's why she
Yeah,
for the
2
culture
shows.
now. She seen us and we was like, she got to, we seen the aura on her and we like, man, she has to be down with us.
So yeah.
And now she's here. So don't ask, she for the culture. She can't come on your show. Say no, I'm just playing.
She
coming
stayed
on
away
your
from
show.
your freezer.
ASAP. She coming on your.
You so serious.
She stayed away from your
I'm not going in the
freezer.
regardless. Firstly, that whole scenario, I don't know. I would have never got set up from the get go. You wouldn't have put no drink. No, I wouldn't be drinking in there. I would have been in that
You
room
would have though, because you
scoping
was
out.
drinking at the For the Culture Showcase.
Cause I know people there.
Speaking of the For the Culture Showcase, y'all. Speaking of For the Culture Showcase, we had an awesome turnout.
Yes.
Definitely.
It was dope, man. He had 37 bad bitches
I
on
think we
there.
all 47. But a couple came late. Like,
Shout out to Amon Exchange. He had them on the deck. You
Now,
feel
it
me?
was 2 of them that came lately. I was like, y'all missed the whole damn show. Where y'all going?
That's another situation. And then, For the Culture made money to give back to the homeless, so you can catch us Friday, Saturday night giving out care packages, you know what I'm saying, and helping Miss Patricia Gomez, aka follow her Patty Cakes, on gmail.com or whatever. She's the most beautiful hearted humanitarian we know, you know what I'm saying? So follow her if you want to help give out to the homeless as well. But the turnout, how'd y'all like it though?
it was definitely good, especially
If you didn't come, shame on you.
Great
You
performances.
are whack, you lame, you twisted, your girl's a
A
hoe.
lot of great performances.
You broke kid ain't your, everybody knows,
Culture
because you
staff.
didn't come for the culture.
Especially since everything was post-hurricane, that still that we had that big turnout after the hurricane, people still have electricity, no phones. They was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm for the culture, I'll be out
They
there.
thought Irma was gonna hit for the culture. That shit was dead. Shout out to Derek for almost fucking up the sesh
The man behind
and
the
making
I think
sure
it had
nobody
to be
was gonna have a
proud.
show that night if we didn't have a show.
I appreciated the mixture. I think the showcase, compared to all the other showcases that I go to and be involved with, you only get kind of like one atmosphere or one agenda or one feel. And I think that, our showcase really opened the platform for not only like a soul singer to come out, but a trap-ass rapper to come out, and then a comedian. It just opened the airwaves to give you something different for everybody to enjoy, tonight. So I really enjoyed that, and the $15 unlimited drinks.
That was a thing?
That was a thing.
Stop playing.
That was
No,
a
that
thing.
wasn't my thing. I only had 2 drinks. I was actually getting other people
You got
drinks.
$15 limit. I was like, I know I spent $20 in drinks. I was like,
How about you, Rams? How'd you feel about the turnout?
Shit, I know I spent more than 15 on drinks.
So you spent more than 15 on drinks
I
too?
was like, you put me on the game.
But it was a great turnout, great performances by all you guys and some of the other.
Man, give us a hand.
So it was a great event. I'm glad I came
Shout
out.
out to
I was
Maggie,
tired,
of course.
but by the end of the night, I was woke. So it was a good experience.
Speaking of performance, because, I know new people probably looking at this, we should actually explain to them what the freak we even do. Because we did perform at the showcase.
Okay, so yeah, basically, all of us are artists, all of us are entertainers, all of us are personalities.
Yes.
And that's why we are on this talk show, Revolt, give us some money, come get us, because we want to be on your channel. But that's why we're on this talk show initially, you feel me? And so we said we were going to put aside some of our talents and try to focus on the new talent, which is why we're in front of this camera now. So when you see us here, this is a new talent that we're working on that we didn't, some people probably said they can't do that shit, and we doing it. But last Friday night, after Irma, we did our day job.
Yeah. We got it lit. That's how we do.
And we made it lit, you know what I'm saying? So exactly, I'm a entertainer, I'm a artist, I'm a rapper, songwriter, you know what I'm saying? I'm a gangster rapper for real, I'm the fat fool.
No pistol. No pistol.
And you are
Hey, I'm Black AP, aka your mom's favorite Negro. One of the best business minds in the rap game out here. I wouldn't say the best because I ain't make $1 billion, but
your head was not good business, bro.
what you
Don't
talking
tell
about?
people that shit.
Hey, not good business.
Anyway, go ahead.
All right. So once again, Black AP, artist developer, artist, manager, promotion, distribution, shit. If you need something sold, I can sell it.
Word.
Practically.
Word. I'm Rams, artist / producer. Also host here at For the Culture, and whatever, man. I'm just out here getting paid.
Okay.
Who are you?
Let's see. I am
You just said it, but.
an artist, but I kind of do everything. My particular work is neo soul, electric soul music, and then I am taking the role of activist as of lately. So I do consider I really do.
What do you mean activist?
Activists, I like to look at what's going on
Oh, like community
my
activists.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like
On
the name.
everything, I like to see what's going on in the community, certain issues, and I like to put it out there in the open. I like to get people talking about it. I like to get people thinking about a lot of different stuff, whether it's religion, all these things. So, and I feel like I'm becoming the door opener. So I network with a lot of people. So shoot, you want some questions answered, where to go, I can direct you there.
Okay. Do
So-
you have a religion?
Me?
Yeah. Don't tell me. We want to know.
Well,
in the
I was
comments if
born
you
in
know
a
that.
Christian church household, and even though I was born in a Christian household, even when I was younger, I would still be like, I understand the spiritual aspect, like the part that you don't see, but far as the text, I never was really into the text. Like I never was like, oh, this is what I'm a 100% stick with. I call myself a more spiritual person. Just because I like to learn about all types of religions, and I feel like they all come from the same place anyways.
For sure.
So
You're woke.
whatever that means.
I would tell you somebody who's not woke. Kevin Hart. You're not woke, man.
Whoa.
You don't see that
Yeah.
bad bitch every day, like, come on.
So apparently Kevin Hart was just gaffled, bamboozled, swindled, hustled Can y'all help me out? Tricked,
Hoodwinked.
hoodwinked, extorted.
Extorted.
Blackmailed.
Blackballed, the whole shebang by a traveling stripper. A bitch who stay in Motel 6 every other night. Damn. How, Kevin Hart? You know what I'm saying? I feel like, now he has his ex-wife with his new wife teaming up against him, and they gonna take all your money, bro. Like Juanita Jordan. They gonna take all your money.
I mean, I think he said it best when he knew that he was in a position to be targeted, and he made pretty much the worst decision he could have made. And it's gonna bring a lot of bad to it. It's gonna tarnish his brand a little bit. The family friendly Kevin Hart that
That's
we
kind of
know.
his family life, though.
Do y'all think that was him? Do y'all think it was him?
Of course it was him.
Hell yeah, it was him.
You gotta think.
Did y'all see the
The
TikTok?
fact that he came
I saw
out and
both of
apologized means that was definitely
He was stroking.
him.
And then plus
So the bed's shaking?
I didn't see the strip tape, but I saw the confession tape.
You didn't listen to man, y'all should have heard that shit.
I feel like
That
I
bitch
heard that it
freaky.
was.
They was having fun having sex. She was saying pineapples and all kind of
Yeah, what
She
was
was
it?
screaming
What was she
pineapples.
saying pineapples?
That's like a little.
Because
It was like-
in his
Stand-up.
stand-up. And when his
That's-
friends-
Oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
Oh,
I
the
just.
code word pineapple?
I didn't even know that.
Oh,
That's
that's.
the oldest stand-up.
Oh, that's.
What I say with Kevin
That was
is,
definitely him there.
I didn't even know that. No.
I think, I've been seeing this with a lot of black celebrities who get to a certain status. With him and a lot of other celebrities, whether male or female, I think their ego gets in the way. With Kevin Hart, I already saw this coming because he was just going up so easy, so quick, and then on top of that, when you look at his content compared to other comedians, black comedians that came in the game, like when he did that movie with what's the white guy, Will Ferrell, the Get Hard. I looked at that movie and I was like, what are you doing, bro? Like he was doing some effed up stuff up in there, like some very subconscious, subliminal messages. And I already knew from that. I said, oh, you about to get set up. And he was getting them checks so good. He was like, oh, I can do anything you thought. They know what you like.
When he wore the dress on SNL, I was like, that's not cool.
He sold out.
Yeah.
Only person that do that was
That's
Dave Chappelle.
You see what
that
he
was
had.
They just got another $50 million from Netflix.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that definitely was one of those weird things that
Add
Dave
that money
Chappelle
up,
warned
it's
us
a
about.
$100 million man.
So,
Yep, you're right.
yeah.
And so, I mean, he kind of told on himself right then and there where he was going. Like, even when he made the statement of when he was giving like $10,000 to, I think, like Red Cross or something, FEMA.
Oh,
And-
the whole heart challenge?
And then he had
I
other
thought he
people
was just
doing
being
that.
charitable at the moment.
Nah,
but
you saw the other
Some people say that's
celebrities?
bad karma.
Chris
you know?
Brown, who else? T.I. It was a whole slew of them. Came to him and was like, Kevin, really? All this stuff you can put your money towards, and we out here promoting. And that's what it is. And all of them was like, we don't trust them. We saw who they are before. And they was even speaking out on Kevin Hart against, like, look at all of us here that we could have did something together. You doing all this promotion for that. But when you paid a certain way, you gotta do it.
You got to do it. Kevin, I think you should just stay single, man. Do the Mike Epps thing, man. Shouts out to Mike Epps, my favorite
Shoot,
comedian.
the Mike Epps do the what's the crazy dude from Love and Hip Hop? Stevie J.
Yeah, just be single, man.
Just do what you want to do.
Yeah, bro, like you don't have to be sitting there trying to be, I need to come home. You tour,
Damn,
man.
sure ain't paying.
These
How
women
much
you
did they-
marrying
did they
don't
ask
even
for?
tour.
10 mil?
So they don't
They
really
asked
know
for
your
10
life.
mil?
Kevin Hart been short his whole life. This is first time.
He acting like he just got pussy. He acting like he
in
just
this
getting pussy his whole life.
That's what it is.
He acting like he just getting pussy, bro.
He act like he just got 6 spots.
Man, act like you been
And
fucking,
it goes
Kevin.
That's a
She a
job.
traveling stripper.
She ain't got a place to rest.
I think he would have paid
AKA
it.
an escort
If
because
she would have asked for like 50 or like, maybe a
What,
hundred
the money?
stacks. She asked for 10 mil.
she asked for $10 million?
Yes.
Man, that's absurd these days.
She asked for 10 mil.
Why do they think
Oh.
that? That's absurd.
I'm like, bitch, my car
You better be
cost
pregnant.
10 mil.
No, not even that. Like, I'm not going to sit here and
There better be a
try to
love
be
child
great or nothing
involved.
like
Like,
that.
I'm paying for everything, college, everything.
I bet his ex-wife is laughing her ass. I know I would be.
His wife is not even.
His ex-wife.
Oh yeah, none of them are worth $10 million to me though. Like, you could lose your relationship with them. Like, I don't know how much you may have loved them, but no woman I ever loved is worth $10 million to me, bro. How about you? Any man you ever loved worth $10 million? For you to not talk
I never had 10 million in my life.
Is love that
Get it in
strong
my-
for you? I can see your child.
Shit.
Money wise, I'm the wrong person to ask about money
Yeah,
because
see,
I'd be
yeah,
like,
see.
fuck it.
I would have told that chick straight up, fuck it, dog. You could go ahead and show whoever you want. I can get divorced. Fuck
I
it.
think, but see,
Yeah,
I
bite that bullet.
think he bit himself in the ass because when it came up the first time, he tried to play it cool and like, oh, whatever, trying to be big headed about it.
Yeah.
And then if you're gonna do that,
You gotta stick to it.
you know what I'm saying? Don't sit
Yeah,
here
right, right,
and act the donkey, put yourself out there, and play a role that you really lying about. Because the darkness, the truth gonna come out in the light pretty much. And then he got himself bit up because he got caught again, and now it's like, oh, yeah, I apologize. And then you got your wife who you cheated on your first wife with to get her. Then you got her looking like boo boo the fool because she like, nah, my baby, he ain't do this. But he apologizing to you this next video. And then you got the other wife who y'all done drag into y'all mess who was like, hey, I'm doing my own shit.
She's like, I done told y'all he
Yeah, that's why I ain't with him.
Man, Kev was looking like he lost 10 mil in that video. He was like, damn.
He like, all my
Oh,
endorsements gone.
nigga.
He was
No.
looking hurt.
10 bands,
Looking
I would
hurt.
have been acceptable.
Dude.
I don't know.
Shit,
man.
I wouldn't have gave 10 bands. I would have been like, I'm going to tell my story. Look, the story is I cheated. They got it on tape. She's saying pineapples.
They extorted
10
this
million
bitch.
that.
So guess what though? He's probably gonna make 50 million off of this story on his next stand-up tour.
You think so?
Oh yeah, this gonna be a good
You think
stand-up.
so?
Yeah.
He gonna tell the whole story.
Pineapples.
It's mad
is gonna
funny.
be
It's mad
his
funny,
best
dog.
stand-up now, bro.
It's mad funny.
I don't think so because he already talked about cheating already.
He got blackmailed by a traveling stripper.
no,
This
but
sounds
it's
so
like-
funny.
But he's
That's the
already
thing.
talked about cheating.
But that's the
like,
thing with Kevin
classic.
Hart though.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Kevin Hart though, he kind of lost that stand-up.
Yeah.
That stand-up phase.
I don't
to
know,
where
this
he
might have
went
put him
to
back.
the- He went. No,
Watch this. He's gonna come
I
back.
don't know.
No,
It's
'cause
enough
it's
ammo to
no,
come back.
The thing
If
is,
Usher
I don't
can do
think
confessions,
he's that funny.
if Usher can do confessions,
It's gonna be hilarious.
50 million
I
off
know.
confession. Kevin Hart can make
That's the
50
thing.
million
I don't
off
think
of
he's that funny.
telling
Like
jokes on
Exactly.
his
Kevin Hart, to me, I've heard
died
Kevin
off
Hart
in the movie.
twice in a stand-up.
His first-
I went to see him twice. And by the second time, I was like, damn, you just recycling your... I don't pay all this money to hear
Yeah, he
recycled
does
jokes.
recycle a lot of his stand-up.
Versus when you hear...
But his
We'll
first
see
couple
that.
stand-ups was
that
heat,
was
though.
the first couple.
His first couple
Everybody started
stand-ups
off. Well, the
was
first
heat.
couple that we get mainstream. It wasn't really his first couple. That
Yeah.
was the first one that came to our attention.
Even,
exactly.
even his behind the scenes when he was like on a comedy
Those are the funny
stage
ones.
and stuff. And yeah, but still, it's still the same material.
But the thing that killed me personally with Kevin Hart is like the movies that he's doing now. It's not really those
They not that
those
funny.
funny ones where like you come out there, your whole body hurt. You go in there to go watch Kevin Hart movies, like man, I kind of want my money back, but I only came to see it because I
You
kind of
know why?
fuck with
Because
Kevin
he's
Hart.
playing stereotypes.
Yep.
He's either playing a brute or he's either playing an Uncle Tom.
I don't
A
know about
brute
playing a
is,
brute.
in stereotypes, a brute back in the day was like the black guy who sounded educated, but he wasn't. So he would try to talk about educated things, but he just talking in a circle to an extent.
Okay.
So he's always either playing the brute role or the Uncle Tom role or the Sambo role.
I don't see how he doing none of that. He just talking about himself. That's his
No.
whole stand-up.
No,
No,
He
I'm
talks
talking about
himself.
movies. We're talking about movie roles.
And in the
Not his
movie
stand-up.
before him, it was Martin Lawrence doing that shit.
It was Martin and it was Cat Williams.
Because to get hard is the same thing as nothing
Oh, I
to
don't
lose.
exclude none of them.
To
I
get hard
like
is the
all
same
the
thing as
old
nothing
Greek
to lose.
comedies. See, I like your Richard Pryor's when they was doing stuff with Eddie Murphy.
Bustin' Loose and all of that
you
shit.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? When they was
yeah.
really...
But was they cheating on their wives?
Yes,
Yeah,
Richard Pryor cheated on Pam Grier. And I don't know how you could cheat on Pam Grier.
Damn, he did.
I don't know
Yeah.
how you could cheat on Pam Grier.
Funny niggas. They cheat on everybody
Damn.
nowadays.
What a white woman. What a white woman.
Sad. Sad.
In Hollywood. That's that Lionel Richie shit. Alright, so check it, y'all. We're gonna wrap this up today, man. Thank y'all, man. We had Wise Baby. It was a good interview, man. And I just want to stress one fact. Follow us. If you watch this shit and don't follow us, man, you doing the opposite thing, bro. And we are for you. We're gonna give you the news that TMZ gonna give you and try to manipulate. We're gonna tell you what we done looked up, our homework, and we're gonna give it fresh. No filter. You feel me? Go to fortheculture.com.
Yeah.
Talk show. Follow us, man.
Put in also too, what do you guys want to hear?
Yeah, let us know.
Ideas. Let us know what's going on in the city or even outside of Florida, because we don't know unless y'all tell us.
Exactly. You
So,
know,
let us know.
Let us know about upcoming up events, for the culture. Probably stop by, check everything out. Get
Yeah.
on the show, come through.
shout out to CB Goods, and we out.
For the culture.
Culture.